Andrew here on PQE. Just want to share with you about the state-of-art power quality and energy analyzer. At least 10 points for you to consider for in making purchase decisions. Criteria number one. So here we would like to highlight the importance of having a right type of aggregation time. In the market, there's at least two type of time aggregations of this power logger. Number one is the standard call for 10 cycle. So IEC standard call for 10 cycle. But you can see from this graph that it is the different in terms of using various type of aggregation time. So for example, 3 second record no dip, 10 cycle according to IC requirement, it recorded the dip at 170 volt. So you can see from the screen, it showed that using the 10 cycle aggregation power logger recorded the voltage dip at 170 volt. But if you go beyond IEC standard using a single cycle, you can see the dip recorded is much more detailed, which happened at 90 volt. And this is very useful for plant improvement. So if we are dealing with utility or authority, of course, we would like to use a standardized standard, which is 10 cycle. So good news is our logger able to produce two type of aggregation time, single cycle and also 10 cycle. Single cycle is go beyond IC standard. It's much more better than IC. The purpose of having single cycle is for the plant improvement. If we cannot measure it in detail, of course, we cannot manage it. So the belief is we need to know the PQ event in detail, which single cycle can produce. 10 cycle, most of the time, fail to provide a detailed power quality event. In fact, it hide most of the time it hide PQ event because 10 cycle is 200 milliseconds, which is very long. It will dilute most of the PQ event. Unlike single cycle is 20 milliseconds. 20 milliseconds is able to review a lot of power quality in the true magnitude and true durations. You can see from this slide is showing you the difference of using single cycle aggregations as compared to 10 cycle aggregations. You can see one cycle aggregations give you a true pictures, a more detailed voltage profile in this sense. You can see the voltage fluctuation is much more wider as compared to 10 cycle aggregation time. Why? Because 10 cycle, as I mentioned just now, 10 cycle dilute most of the momentary event and it average out the PQ event, and it give you a much more narrower bus voltage fluctuations window as compared to single cycle. But for plant improvement, of course, we need to know what's actually happened in the plant. Then we need to have a single cycle. Unfortunately, in the market, most of the logger is based on 10 cycle aggregations. But the good news is PQE have state-of-the-art technology. We have a single cycle aggregation time. On top of it, we can have 10 cycle aggregation time in the same time, and we can have two different type of report. Second important criteria is we need to choose the most correct recording mode. In the market, there's two type of recording mode. One is based on threshold trigger. The other one is non-threshold trigger. So what is the working concept, working principle behind the threshold trigger logger is, as the name suggests, we need to pump in the threshold. Right? Threshold for the voltage, threshold for the current, threshold for the frequency, threshold for all the electrical parameters. So it's very tiring. So you need to key in all the threshold for all the electrical parameter. And the challenges is every individual having a different opinion or different selected threshold. So your threshold, my threshold, his threshold is all different. So this logger will based on individual preference. Whatever threshold that you set, it will start to record accordingly. So the power logger will record those threshold you have set, then any event go beyond it, you record. But this will pose challenges like you going to miss out the healthy event, the healthy parameter that fall within the threshold, so it will not recorded. So this is no good. So power logger have been acquired for two objectives. One is for recording the healthy power quality index. I would say most of the time you want to prove healthiness of your power system. Probably 95% of the time of the usage of the power quality analyzer is used to prove healthiness. Analogy, we go for annual blood tests. We hope for our healthiness, right? Likewise, always remember power logger that we purchase is to prove healthiness of the power system. So if the threshold trigger logger fail to record event during the healthy situations, that means the power logger is failed to meet your requirement. The threshold trigger logger only able to record event during the event that go beyond the threshold. That also pose another questions, because as I mentioned just now, your threshold, my threshold, his threshold is all different. So everyone has their own opinion about the threshold. So this will not give a standardized kind of PQ recording. So everyone have a different limits, different type of report, different criteria. So it's not harmonized. So and also the third question is, the if you present your threshold trigger result to your management might ask questions like, what happened to this blank period of time, no data collected. So you going to answer that this is beyond this is within the threshold, within the set threshold. But the manager might not agree with you and ask further question like, what if during that period of time the logger fail? How can you prove it is not fail? It's not due to the failure of the logger and record nothing, or the during that particular time the logger have been switched off, so also record no data. So threshold trigger logger is not really a good options. Have many challenges when you present the data and you're going to answer a lot of questions from your management, which is difficult to answer. Good news, our logger is the non-threshold trigger. Our logger is working in like similar to CCTV kind of principle. It will continue record all the time, regardless the events fall under threshold or not under threshold, because no threshold needed to be set. So that means when you want to do a power quality at one particular site, it's very straightforward. You just hook up the logger without a need to set up any threshold on electrical parameter. So that is very simple, straightforward. It is easy your hookup, your power quality study work. So when come to reporting, you have all the data capture and you're going to present to your management in full. The third point is talk about the importance of a high sampling rate. If you use a low sampling rate data logger, like 64 sample per cycle or even 128 sample per cycle, most likely you're going to miss out some of the fast event like transients. So you will wrongly interpret it as a voltage sag instead of transient. So by interpreting the event wrongly, it will lead you to a wrong solutions. Number four, selection factor, which is very important, is continue voltage and current waveform recording capability, even up to years. It's not up to second or not up to a cycle. This is important. You can have a continuous voltage and current waveform recording because you will offer a no missing event, right? Number five, capable of reviewing hidden line to ground event, even in delta connections PQ measurement system. So most of the time when you do a power quality measurements at the MV side, 11 kV, 33 kV, or even the 415 MSB, most of the time the wire is three-phase for three wires. So there's no presence of neutral. So under that situations, you only able to detect line-to-line voltage. So, but during fault conditions, during the line-to-ground events happen, the line-to-line voltage profile will not able to reveal any useful information to you. But good news, our PQ power quality analyzer able to derive line to neutral voltage trending by having the line to line voltage profiling, uh, capturing through the power quality. So this is very advanced technology that enable user to analyze should there's any line to ground event happen, even they connect at the three-phase three wire, no neutral, but still can derive the line to neutral. So it give a benefit, great benefit for PQ troubleshooting. Number six, we're going to show you the comparison aggregation time between PQE power logger and also the fully IEC compliant power logger available in the market. So IEC call for aggregation start from 10 cycle, as you can see from the table, and also followed by 150 cycles, 10 minutes, and 2 hours. So IEC call for four type of aggregation time: 10 cycle, 150 cycles, 10 minutes, and 2 hours. As compared to our logger, we fully comply to the four requirement: 10 cycles, 150 cycles, 10 minutes, 2 hours. But we go beyond IC standard. We also provide a single cycle aggregation time, which is very detailed and very accurate. Number seven, we look at the IEC requirement for harmonic measurements. Harmonic measurement have been required by IEC for up to 50 orders. Yeah, 50 orders based on the same aggregation time, 10 cycle, 150 cycle, 10 minutes, and 2 hours. So look at the PQE power logger. It fully comply with IEC. It provide a 10 cycle aggregations and 150 to 10 minutes and 2 hours. But in terms of the measure harmonic orders, from 50 is go up to 111. So this is fully comply with IC but go beyond. Also, important thing is it provide a single cycle aggregations on top of IC requirement. So it's fully comply with IC but go beyond IC. Number eight, we look at this voltage flicker requirement stated by IC 61000-4-30. It say short-term stability index is based on 10-minute aggregations time. Long-term is 2 hours aggregation time. But look at the PQE power logger technology. It provide compliant to IC but go beyond it. For example, the short-term stability index PST is also not only stick to 10 minute, but it also go down to shorter time like 2 second, 10 second. For the long term, it not only stick to 2 hours as required by IC, it also go beyond that, like it offer 1 hours, 2 hours, 10 hours, 1 day, 7 days. So why? Why we need to go beyond IC? Because, for example, short-term severity index, some process is much shorter than 10 minutes. If you up to 10 minutes, you will dilute the value. So some process is say 2 seconds, then you go for 2 seconds, which is a very appropriate, and it will give a correct flicker index. It will not being diluted, right, as compared to 10 minutes. So you can't use 10 minutes for a 2 second cycle production cycle. Likewise, for a long-term process, 2 hours is not sufficient. So for example, certain processes take 1 day, and if you're going to use the 2 hours, also cannot reflect the actual near to actual situations. So PQE logger give you more flexibility in matching the production cycle in terms of voltage flicker evaluations or assessment. Number eight, this hardware is powerful, but also we come with a very innovative and state-of-the-art software able to do trending, graph, statistics, spectrum, mapping, report, and not for single node, not for single point, but it can go for large scale SCADA. Number nine, as I mentioned, this system, it can be used to do a plant-wide monitoring. We can use the power logger, advanced power logger, to do a detailed reporting, detailed alert notifications, and detailed alarm, giving advanced PQ analysis, real-time overview, report customizations, data investigations, and also multi-vendor support. So, of course, last but not least, it gives alarm and control as well. PQE can help you to do a design, supply, deliver, install, testing, commissioning of the plant-wide PQ monitoring system. We also provide a mobile apps, can give you a real-time reading, also historical reading, and also event notification system alerts. So you can use mobile, you can use laptop, desktop, you can use any remote PC for monitoring. This is our technical specifications. If you want to procure this system, you can call for these technical specifications. This power quality analyzer can offer two parallel computation engine. One is fully comply with IC 61000-4-30 class A, and on the other hand, it also go beyond IC with single cycle aggregations. So it measures harmonic up to 511. No need threshold to be set. It's a non-threshold trigger power quality analyzer, and it can record up to 5,000 electrical parameters simultaneously with a very high sampling rate, which is 1024 sample per cycle, and it offers a finest graph resolutions at 0.02 millisecond. So you're going to have a very fine resolutions, not 1 second, not 1 minute, not 1 millisecond, but 0.02 millisecond. Continue recording up to years. Yeah, 2 years, 4 years, it depends which model you're choosing for. And it also able to have a 4-quadrant energy recording, like exporting, like for example, you have a solar system installed. So it's good to have this system to provide a 4-quadrant energy recording. Or you can use it for your cogen, for your generator, which produce energy. So thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, contact us. Thank you. Take care.